Hi, this is Jimmy Nuge.
And this is Terry Mcdermott.
And we are at NAMM 2015.
Come on in.
Josephson Engineering.
Josephson Engineering.
Cool.
We've been around since 1988. So we make our own microphones, including the capsules, in Santa Cruz, California.
Very cool.
Very small company. We also OEM for a few other manufacturers, mostly under non-disclosure, but we currently include Manley as one of our OEMs. And in the past, when Groove Tubes was doing a USA-made line, we made capsules for them as well. So making the capsules for mics is a very big, important part of what a microphone is for us. So
excellent.
We have everything running from a standard small diaphragm condenser, our C42, next up to our E22S, which was a microphone that actually was designed after Steve Albini asked us, would you make a microphone like this? He had asked it to several microphone companies before asking David. He was told no. Came and asked David, said yes, and after 3 rounds of prototypes, Steve actually liked this, and it's been in production for about 20 years now, I think.
What was it that Albini wanted particularly that you guys had to work on?
A number of things, and one of the things was able to work with esoteric, older pieces of gear that, and I'm not an electronics guy, but that had input impedances which required certain things. He needed high dynamic range. He likes the right angle diaphragm or right angle capsule for being able to get into tom drums when he's recording them. And one of the real important parts of this microphone is actually something you can't see. It has a very large, for a pencil mic, very high-end transformer inside. Normally in a pencil mic you won't see a transformer, and when you do it'll be tiny, maybe the size of a dime. This has a transformer about the size of a cocktail sausage that requires us to move the circuit board over to the side of the inside of the tube, and it takes up about 1/3 of the inside of the mic tube body.
Of course, now you know that every time I see one of these E22S's, I'm going to be imagining a cocktail sausage inside the microphone.
Yeah.
So that's some science there.
So, but the nice thing about this is it has a noise floor of about 14 dBA and a max SPL before clipping of 144 dB
Wow.
SPL. But that's without a pad switch. You have the low noise floor and the high max SPL all at the same time. Normally you have a choice of the low noise floor and a lower max SPL, or throwing a switch and introducing noise. You get it all at once.
Wow.
Yes. So then after that we have our 715 and our C716, a similar body.
And these would be your more, I guess what you'd say, standard fare vocal mics, where these
not standard by any means, and actually they're here, right here. If you want to just touch this.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, it looks like foam, right?
Yeah.
But it's solid.
It's
actually cast aluminum.
Wow.
And what this does for us is it makes a basket that doesn't have parallel sidewalls. If you're a recording engineer, you know you don't want to work in rooms that have hard parallel sidewalls.
Because then you're getting the sound coming right back out.
You get standing waves, and certain frequencies are going to be in a null or have a peak.
Each other out,
yeah, they're going to build each other up. Unfortunately, with this form factor, you're also looking at those issues, but you're looking at those issues at frequencies where the wavelength is about 4 inches, and if you go on Google and look at something which everyone who's paying attention to vocals knows about, sibilance, you'll see that the range of frequencies that the various sibilances are correspond to the wavelengths that are appropriate for the various but narrow range of baskets that you'll see.
So this design is really taken out the S-ing as
yes,
part of the
yes.
picture.
So rather than having sidewall and sidewall, this actually has the sidewalls distributed like in a good studio. If you look across the top, you can see sort of like a dark area. It's actually, the basket is about that thick, so the walls are about that thick. So you have standing wave frequencies ranging all the way from the inside to the inside to the outside to the outside. So rather than just having this, we have everything spread out from this to that. So what that does is it takes a resonance that would look like that, and it spreads the energy out, but it drops it down at the same time. And what that does, particularly because it's over that which you want to get rid of oftentimes, and definitely I've never heard of someone say that they want more of that.
Absolutely
not. It's taking a basket that gives you more of it in a narrow band, and not giving you that harsh bump on one frequency of that, but allowing you to be able to EQ up there as well. So not just not making it worse, but allowing you to work in there with EQ, because since you don't have something like this, you don't have to worry that if you turn down this, what you end up by pushing that down is you make a hole below it and a hole above it. And you'll hear sometimes people say, this mic doesn't take EQ so well. Usually they're referring to that because that's a common thing to want to go in and mess with.
Interesting.
And then you do that and you go, well, it sounded harsh. I tried to EQ it down and it just sounded really strange. With this, you don't have that issue.
Wow, well, bloody hell, that's a lot to take in. I've got to say, you look at this and you can't imagine the science that's gone into that. So
well, on top of that, it frees you completely from the worst of the reflecting objects, the bars on the side, the headband. So on top of not giving you ringing, when you come off to the side, like you might on a lot of mics, you can usually hear a dropout at certain frequencies when you go off to the side. You don't have that with this mic. In fact, there's another YouTube up right now where I'm giving a demo, and I use this mic as the recording and walk around it, and all you hear is my voice gets attenuated. No change in the frequency envelope of my voice. Stays exactly the same, just dies, comes back up.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, it looks a damn sight cooler than a regular condenser mic as well. So, well, with
right.
Josephson Engineering here at NAMM, I'm Terry Mcdermott.